Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Stephen Meadows, and I am pleased to be speaking with one of our amazing loan officers over at Success Mortgage today, named John Berner. John is actually joining us currently in our Rehoboth Beach office in Delaware, which I'm sure the weather is absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to talk to John and learn a little bit more about him, Success Mortgage, and some of the ways that he can help people find their dream home. So, John, tell us a little bit about your background. What have you been doing up until now?
Ventured out into my own world, my own business in 2006 when a partner and I opened a residential mortgage broker business, and we also brokered commercial loans.
Great. So what made you take the leap from finance to actual mortgage?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the idea of helping people buy houses and to finance doesn't need to be a major project, a commercial project. You know, it's a unique opportunity, this career, where I get to solve a problem or I make a dream come true with every single transaction I do. If you really boil it down and think about it, I'm doing one of those two things. And then you combine that. I remember when I got the keys to my first house, when I was able to buy my first home. It was a duplex, and I bought it to live in one side, and I could rent out the other side. And it took work, paperwork, paycheck stubs, bank statements, but I did it on my own. I was able to get it done. And sitting at that closing table, getting those keys, knowing I didn't have to pay rent to somebody anymore, that was just very exciting, very rewarding. And to be able to help other people feel that feeling and experience that, that's what set me off on the path to become a residential mortgage loan broker.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had a similar experience when I bought my first house. It was actually a rental property. It was a duplex, and I bought it at age 19. And boy, that was walking out of that closing with those keys in my hand was very empowering. So I definitely know that feeling well. So what would you say is the favorite part of what you do? What do you really enjoy about residential mortgages?
Settlements. Closings are good. In what we do, whether it be a primary home purchase, a second home purchase, or an investment property purchase, there's a lot of people that are involved in this transaction. And when it's done correctly, when it's done right, when people enjoy the experience, when we get the settlement in a drama-free situation, everybody wins. In the whole process, this transaction, this experience, everybody gets the win. It has such a ripple effect, not only with the people that are working on that particular transaction, but then when the homeowner gets to that they own their home, now they're actually, you take it even a step further. They're investing other people to help in their home, whether it be a landscaping company, whether they're going to add on or redesign or redo their house, the contractor gets to be involved. The insurance agent gets to be involved. They're spending money locally in their community, so the local merchants where they live now gets to be involved. The purchase of a home just has an amazing, I believe, joyous and economical impact in the community that they're buying in.
Absolutely. I can't remember how many billions or trillions of dollars it is, but I mean, the real estate market adds so much to the gross domestic product of the country. It's so many services are around homes and home ownership. It's staggering to think of some of those numbers. So when a borrower decides to work with you, what are they going to get working with you at Success Mortgage that they wouldn't necessarily get from other banks or credit unions or other mortgage companies?
So I feel my mission is to create believers in Success Mortgage who will go out and create believers in Success Mortgage. And the 30 years worth of experience, even in today's digital, technologically advanced world, business culture, transaction space that we're in, the ability to be able to talk to somebody, I think, is still very valuable. The ability that I'm your professional, I'm your loan officer, I'm here to literally hold your hand from application through settlement and create a drama-free, anxiety minimized, stress minimized experience. And that's what you get for dealing with me in Success Mortgage. In addition to being a mortgage broker, just the numerous different programs that we have access to. We have access to over 20 different lenders. We have access to multiple products that are going to help, create a solution for you, not only just a solution, but a high probability, the best solution in the marketplace.
So you said something interesting. You said mortgage broker, and I've heard Success compare, the broker to a lender or whatever. And I know Success is both a lender and a broker, but what does that do for the consumer? You mentioned you have more programs, but why would a consumer be better off working with a broker such as yourself at Success?
Yep. Several reasons. And no disrespect to our bank, our credit union friends out there. They're all very important parts of our industry, but they may have to operate in a box. It could be their programs, their limitations on what they can offer and provide to their customers. Being a broker and having access over 20 different lenders, my band from approval expands dramatically, whether it be a credit score issue, whether it be down payment fund situation, whether it be a competing rate scenario where somebody's just driven to get the very best rates and very best product in the marketplace. Being a broker offers those different opportunities for me to leverage programs, take advantage of what is available in the marketplace to be able to get somebody to an approval, whether it's a risk situation and they need approval and they need a special program to pass that hurdle, or whether it's on the other end and they're looking for the absolute most competitive rates and terms in the marketplace. Being a broker allows me that flexibility by having access to those multiple programs.
So just to clarify, so a mortgage broker has more flexibility with interest rates that the consumer would get than other institutions. Is that a fair statement? Generally speaking?
Generally speaking, every institution has different levers that they can pull from an interest rate perspective. I just feel we have more as a mortgage broker, having access to more lenders who have then in turn have created their own interest rate structure based upon clients' credentials.
So what would you say would be the best program that you have, or box of programs, I guess, for borrowers with maybe some credit issues? I mean, not terrible credit, but it could be better.
Yeah, certainly. We have access to some really wonderful programs to support those that have credit challenged or have low credit scores. For example, we offer VA loans down to a 500 credit score, FHA loans down to a 560 credit score, conventional loans down to a 620 credit score. Again, the advantage of being a broker versus working for one company with their boxed in set of parameters, we have just many options that we can help those clients not only purchase a home, refinance a mortgage, but also purchase a home with rehab funds available, or they see that lot that they want to buy, it's their perfect place or location they want to buy and they want to build a house. We can help with construction financing as well.
Wow.
On credit challenged borrowers.
Oh, wow. Okay. Generally speaking, I've seen, if you have challenged credit, that's a good way of putting it, you probably are also challenged in the down payment department as well. Do you guys have programs that would assist borrowers in that book as well?
Yeah, we do, with the stable of lenders that we're set up to do business with. Each of them have either their own down payment assistance programs, or they partner with national grant funds where the grant is it's a third party organization providing the fund, but it flows through the lender that we're working with. And they're just wonderful programs. It could be anywhere from 2% of the loan amount up to 5% of the purchase price. It could be a repayable grant that comes in that's paid back over time. For example, when the client refinances their mortgage or sells their house, or it could be paid back in time with just a tremendous amount of different grant programs that we have available for clients to take advantage of.
There was a recent kind of uproar in the industry. One of the largest lender in the country rolled out I believe it was a zero down conventional product. That something that is that you feel is a good program for most people or for people who would qualify?
I don't feel it. I'm aware of that program. I don't feel it's a good program. I feel it's a great program. Amazing program that this company, just creative solution that they developed to help more people get into home ownership. And yes, it's a 0% down payment conventional loan program where generally the minimum down payment is 3% on these type of programs. And the company makes up the difference. The 3% is paid in the form of a repayable grant at a 0% interest rate and a $0 payment. The grant is paid back when you refinance your loan or the house is sold. Tremendous program. Mortgage insurance tends to be a little bit lower, and the rates are very nice.
Wow, that sounds really good. So a lot of buyers are really on the fence right now. In fact, I just heard a statistic from a Fannie Mae survey that only 14% of buyers consider this to be a good time to purchase. What would you say to a buyer who's on the fence because of interest rates?
Yep. I would say a good time to purchase is when you feel it's a good time to purchase and it's the right thing to do for you or your family. And you want to stop paying rent and start building wealth for yourself by investing in the equity in your own home. There is a definite cost to waiting, and that comes in the form of you're missing out on the reduced equity buildup. That's you make payments each month on your loan, and equity accrues or builds up in your property. And also you're losing out on the appreciation in the area that you want to buy in. So twofold, you're paying rent, actually threefold. You're paying rent to somebody else. Two, you're losing equity build up in your home, equity accumulation. And three, you're missing out on the appreciated value of the home. When rates drop, you can always refinance and take advantage of that lower rate. And we'll help you with that because we're going to follow up with you on a regular basis. And when rates get to that point where it economically makes sense, or maybe we feel that they bottomed out, we're going to refinance your mortgage and save you money.
Great. That goes along with the, what is it? Marry the house, date the rate. Is that the expression everybody uses?
That's a good one. Absolutely.
So
the rates come and go. That dream house that you're waiting for, you may miss out on that opportunity.
Absolutely. Oh, switching gears slightly. So you're sitting in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. There's not a lot of probably lower income housing and things like that. We, on the beach, we see a lot of the larger homes, like the jumbo, what we would call a jumbo loan. Do you guys have the ability to close those larger multi-million-dollar properties, for like beachfront living?
Yeah, absolutely. We have some tremendous programs that support the larger purchases, whether it's primary home, second home, vacation home, short-term rental property. And also, not only the collateral type can we handle, but there's different types of programs to support different types of income situation. If you're a self-employed borrower and you need a little bit more flexibility or a different type of program to get approval, we can handle that and we can manage that.
Great. So one last question to any real estate agents out there that might be listening to this. What tools or programs would you say that agents should be leveraging from Success Mortgage that are maybe, extremely unique that could help them get more business, in your opinion?
Yeah. So again, you're going to be working with a mortgage broker, not a bank, not a credit union. The mortgage broker has access. We have access to multiple different lenders and multiple different programs to assist your client in obtaining financing to buy the home that you're showing them. Don't let clients self-select themselves out of thinking about a home, purchasing a home, or having that conversation, because there's a high probability that we have a solution for them, but based on preconceived notions. For example, I got to have 20% down. I need a 720 credit score or better. I don't have enough down payment funds. Stop. we have that solution for you, which you're going to help them buy a home, and that's going to be increased commission or business for you. A couple of other pieces that we have are there's no cost to have a conversation. There's no cost to have your client get pre-approved. And this is a real pre-approval where we are reviewing the documents, the borrower's income, the borrower's assets, and they're going to get a bona fide pre-approval when they're out shopping. Of course, everything's subject to final underwriting, but we're not pre-approving based off application information. It's a real pre-approval that we've inspected the documents. Last piece, our system is really killer. You're going to love it because we can set you up to adjust your own pre-approval letters. How about that? When have you tried to reach a loan officer on a Saturday afternoon or a holiday and you can't because you saw that hot house and you need to submit a pre-approval letter, or you want to see an updated terms worksheet and you can't get access to it because people are taking time off and enjoying that? Within our application system, we set maximums, and you can adjust your own pre-approval letter up to those maximums so that you can move forward. If you need to react quickly, this allows you to do that.
Very cool. Well, it sounds like Success Mortgage has got a lot of products and solutions for real estate agents and consumers alike. So I hope you guys will take advantage of some of these and reach out to John. What is the best way that an agent can work with you?
Yep. We have 3 ways. Phone 302-339-0117. 302-339-0117. Check us out at www.successmortgage.com. Or last but not least, go to #302mortgage. That's how you can find me.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me today, John. It was a pleasure. And if anyone needs anything, I hope you will reach out. Have a wonderful day, everybody.